Well, as you may be able to see, it's pretty damn lumpy. There's no wind, but it's the we've got what, not far off 10 meters tides at the moment. The wind's finally died down, but a lot of water moving at the moment, so that's why it's so lumpy. But the plan is we're going to wait for the tide to drop, so there's a lot less water in here, and then we will take the boat out, try and do the pots, check, put the boat on the outside mooring so I can get to it tomorrow very early. But the boat seems to be keeping the water out from here. It's looking at the water line, it's doing a good job, so pleased about that, because I've been down to it a few days and we've had torrential rain for the last 2 days, and like I say, it's not sitting low in the water, it doesn't appear to be. Yeah, this will be the first time out. I mean, I've got a couple of pots out there. We might get to them today, might being the word. I haven't got to them for 3 weeks or something. They're a bit further out. They're not outside the bay, but they're sort of up near the entrance. And like I say, we've got to go and check on all our gear, because we've got gear out there everywhere that I haven't checked since we've had these great big storms. So. But right now, I'm going to go and fix my trailer. I tell you what has been ripped off is my bobber. From my boat. Let's go over and see. I can see it on the beach. You can actually see it down there on the beach. I don't know if I'll get to it. Might be a bit risky getting to it. I think I'm going to have to leave it. It's too risky trying to go and get it just for a bobber. I might have a look afterwards, but the trouble is if I leave it and go off and do that, once the tide drops, somebody will probably come along and pick it up and walk off with it. I think that's the first time I've ever had my bobber ripped off of my mooring. Hopefully the outside one's still there. That'll give us big problems when we go out. Mind you, I was using a braided rope this time, which is something I don't normally do. I normally use the 3-strand, but I don't know whether it was my knot tying. I wouldn't have thought so. I'm normally pretty overkill with that. Like I say, it might be to do with the rope, because I don't normally use a braided rope. The thing with this stuff, you take the valve out with a valve remover, pour some of this in, put the valve back in, pressurise the tyre, take it for a drive, it spreads around, as it blows out, it seals the hole. That's how it normally works anyway. Water out. Little baby cuttlefish bones in here, loads of them. Right, let's have a look at this. Looks like it's just come undone. No, it hasn't. Look at that. Look at this rope, new rope. Wow. Won't be using this rope again. I say this is like that braided stuff. Probably wore there, and it probably did wear down there and break. are back on the water. I didn't film any more of the coming out because I ended up giving a friend a hand with his boat. He was launching today, and then I needed to get on and get off the mooring before it dried because the tide's going down very, very fast because it's a huge tide. So I wanted to get out here. We'll leave the boat out here tonight on the outer mooring. So now we've got to go and hunt down our pots that have been out here. We're going to go and see if we can find the ones that were out here 3 weeks ago, because that's pretty much how long it's been since I got to that outer set. And the inner ones, I don't know what, it's been a couple of weeks, week and a half, I don't know. I mean, I've lost track of time, there's been so many storms. So I'm just going to throw these pots out as well while we're out there, just to get them soaked, because I think there's some good weather coming at long last, long overdue. These are only for in the bay, this is just for spider crabs, this pot really, bigger neck. Right, just fueled up, so we've got plenty of fuel for tomorrow and that. So we're going to head out there and see if we can find the two pots that I put out there 3 weeks ago. Are they still there? I don't know. They've gone through some pretty big storms. The trouble is when you don't check them, they can move a bit, and they can move a bit, and they can move a bit, or they can just get stuck there against a rock and stay there. We're going to find out. Like I say, we've had some pretty big storms, although they have come on small tides, so normally they'd be fine. Normally. Find out. Well, I've circled this area and I can't find the pots, so I'm going to give up for today because I need to go and do the other stuff and get in before the tide's too far down the beach. Possibility that they'll be up over that way, but like I say, it's I might have a look tomorrow morning. Trouble is with the pots, I mean, being out so long as well, the others, I mean, it's like remembering where your pots are is always the issue. When you leave them out so long, like, where did you put them? Carrier bag, take that in. I thought I'd have a look here quickly, but no joy. A little frustrating that the outer ones aren't there. Will there be anything in it? That's the question. Probably a lot of bits of seaweed from all the storm. at the lobsters in there, look at the size of them. That's it. Leave your pots out a week and a half, get some nice big lobsters. Look at that beauty, big old male these. I don't know, that one there's a female, I think this one's a male. Look at the size of it. Beautiful. This one over here. We're off to a good start then. See if the next pot can catch as well as the first one. That was perfect, that was. Lobster in here, and just some small spiders. Little spider crabs. Another little one. What we do like to see is a lobster. One claw. The only thing is, she's full of eggs. Now this is a legal size lobster, and over here you can take lobsters with eggs. There's no law against taking lobsters with eggs. But we've got two nice ones there, and I mean these they're not ready to hatch yet. They'll turn them all brown colour. They got a few months, but we'll give her a chance. See if she can avoid other pots, and hopefully get some more little lobsters on the go. Right, we just need to check this pot because there's a bit of rope damage on it. Wow, now we're talking. Decent one. I'm going to have to clear my box out. Hold on. Hold on. Put the bait thing. Another decent one. Another good one. He's only got one claw, but I might keep that one myself. And now this one. Let me get this on the pot, otherwise we're just dragging it along. Or we could be. Get that one in a minute. Get the pot in first. Got a door, so it makes life a bit easier. Small one. I mean, it's not bad, but there we go. That one. There we go. And nice lobster, male one. Possibly size, possibly. Wait for him to let go. Holding on, I can't get onto it. And that is what you call a crab. The size of that one. Probably a 5 pound crab. Might make 5.5. They normally go up to about 6 pound or so in the pots, and then they just don't fit in. Not in these pots anyway. But yeah, I'd give that a good 5, possibly 5.5 on that one. Absolute beauty, that one. Right, in the box. Best one of the year so far. Don't get many of those in a box, I can tell you that much. Wow. Brown crab. This would be a legal crab, but I'm not going to take it. He's only got one claw anyway. But hey, you've got to watch those claws. He's had a hard time. There you go. Because in this pot there's 3 lobsters. Let's check the size on them. That's a legal one. That one. That one is so close to cool. That's literally, I mean, that is literally on the gauge, so that is just legal, just. But we'll let it go. I'm not taking it that close to the gauge. If you've got to think about it, then this one is going to be undersized. This will be an illegal one. There's an angry on this one. And that one will be undersized by, yeah, half a centimetre or so. So, another good pot. I mean, I only took one, but see a nose in them. Nice for the future as well. Right, last set. Close to setting. Good one in there. Hold of that one. First. They'll be too small, I think. Yep, little one. Look how many barnacles are on that crab's claw. That's insane. I've never seen so many on one claw, I don't think. We'll let that one go. Small one. Another little one. Brown crab. Little one. Another small spider. One's about the best, but nah, we'll let that go. Okay. So just despite one spider in that, worth having. So what we do is we put the crab in here, spider crab, and take it out when we need it. Our giant. That is a big crab. Of course, our biggest crab, this one. Velvet swimming crab came up on the pot. Now the problem with going down the beach on these big moving tides of water and after storm is the ground is going to be so bouncy. This is not good for your shock absorbers. This is why I don't fish in the winter a lot as well. Some of the ridges can be enormous when you try and come down the beach. If you got any fillings, this will shake them loose. It's right for all you people with your nice marinas and pontoons and that. You can just walk down onto your boats. Now I'm going to go over the rocks. Even down here is normally flat, but not today. It's the trouble when you come in on a low tide, you've got to go all the way down the beach. Park up here because there's a harder bit of sand just here. Hopefully we'll put the wheels onto it so we don't sink in. That should be about there. That'll do it. Nice hard bit of rock to sit on. Worst place to leave your wheels? In that running water. So it'll almost literally dig itself the sand out around your wheels, or can do. You can see there that it's quite soft the way it digs up. This is what happens when there's been a storm. It fluffs the sand up. You end up with very fluffy sand with a lot of air in it and water. So it's not good for your wheels. It's not hard like it should be. Right, get this and get out of here. Right, let's go. there you go, there's our lobsters. We end up with 4 lobsters, about 4 or 5 spider crabs that we put in the store pot, and these ones are just about to go in the tank. I say we had 4 lobsters, we actually had 6, but like I said before, one was right on the size and one had eggs, so we let those go because we got enough here. And that was our best one there, big male, big claws, and all these they're easily oversized.